Welcome, let's talk. Today we're talking about men's mental health. In the studio we have Rory Green from Enlighten the Shadows. So Rory, we go back, don't we?
We do, mate. Good things though. Church background, so I don't know how much you tell your viewers, but no ashamed in what we believe in, and it's shaped a big part of my life. So when I first met you, I'd just come back from America. I was on a 4-year, well, they call it soccer, which is just not right, but yeah, that's another story.
Right.
Football scholarship.
Okay.
I was in North Carolina, and I was a massive atheist. Didn't want to know, and then had a mad encounter with God, and just had an open heart, which I think is the only way. Just changed my principles, my morals, how I perceive the world, and how I love people, and then came back home, not knowing what the crack is, and just trusting in God to show me, and that's how we met. We met in church, didn't we, mate?
We did, yeah.
Pal.
So obviously you're here to talk about Enlighten the Shadows, which is about men's mental health.
Well, there's different versions I was telling you before about how we could go here with this. So, yeah, I was always growing up a lad that bottled things up, and I kind of perceived myself as the last old school generation. So I was born in '88. My childhood was amazing. I know, dead young.
I'm gonna say.
And growing up in the early '90s was class. I loved it, but boys were environmentally, societally nurtured to just get on with it, typically so. So the analogy I use is you fall over in the playground. Usually what happens is boys are told to, oh, I'll be all right, dust it off. And there's a girl would get a cuddle and, oh, you're all right, and comforted emotionally.
Yeah.
Now, women and men have different roles and different character traits, but that's massive. So intentionally or not, I and many men generations before are told to be stoic and strong. I believe in being stoic and strong and having resilience, but to what extreme? And I feel like it was too much that side. And so, yeah, I just suppressed many things. Dad left when I was 8. That was a big adverse childhood experience. And anything that hurt me, I wouldn't want to show any weakness. Particularly as I got into a teenage period of my life, it was, oh mate, yeah, I just pushed it all down. And I used football as the escape to distract and ease the pain. Now, I didn't have the skill set or the conscious mind to go, yeah, I will use football to protect myself. But subconsciously, that's what was going on. So football was like my world. So that's why I went out there.
Right.
So.
With you saying about, you not having a father figure, that is a massive thing as well in today's world. Like, men being fathers and being there for their family, but then also understanding that it can be a real big strain on them as well to be there.
It's a massive point you make. And the reason why I went back, you asked me about the mental health charity that I run. Well, I think sometimes people want to know what's going on behind that and who's the man behind it and why it came about. So that was just giving a bit of insight to people watching. I was that strong, So today I've adapted as a person. I'm totally vulnerable as a guy. People have no hold or power over me if I share my deepest, darkest thoughts. Sometimes when I share my story, which we'll get into, I'll cry. Sometimes I'm absolutely fine, but I'm totally comfortable in that. I think people need to see that in men, that you can be strong through vulnerability. But we are in a fatherless generation. There's the elephant in the room about the brokenness in this country. You can go, oh, it's the government, it's Labour, it's Tory, it's this. No, we have communities all over the country who are fatherless, we have broken men from adverse childhood experiences that aren't taught to deal with their crud, and not get to the root issues because they don't know how to, not excusing it. And then it's called Adam complex. They run away. So they run away from the responsibility. They have children and they've been off the mother of the child. And so you've got amazing women across this nation, and I'm not digging men, hit my heart, that they are single-handedly raising boys into men. And when you haven't got a father figure in that dynamic who starts ruling the roost when they start getting up 5'10", 6 foot, and they're challenging the authority in the household.
Yeah.
And then you have young lads looking for this father figure, and we see it all over the country, gangs, drug running, the incentives there.
Yeah.
And then we see the mess we're in and we think, oh, you know, the government will sort it. It's like, no, we as a society, we as families, communities need to sort it. And I like to say that just my little tiny sphere of influence can maybe encourage people in that. So it starts from that. That's the root.
Big respect to you, you know, for you to, as a man, sit here and also take like that accountability and speak for many men, because there's men out there that think exactly like you. They don't voice it as such, but they do. And I think it's amazing that you can say, this is what we need, this is what needs to happen, because I totally 100% agree.
We just need honesty and truth.
Yeah.
Otherwise we're in denial, right?
Yeah.
And I just feel like so many men are hurting and broken. And I always think the hardest part is the first part, which is the acceptance stage, going, my life is crap, this is what's affecting me, but I don't know what to do and how to go about fixing it.
Yeah.
Because men are doers.
Yeah.
If we're not on with something, we don't know what to do, we catastrophise, and then we go into all sort of destructive behaviours, which again, you know, through addiction, through all sorts. So yeah, it's quite damaging. But I was protected from that, so I knew right from wrong, and like most people do, and I could have gone the other way. I really could. So going to America was a big escape, and then when I came back and saw you, my life changed forever. Different course.
Oh, you saw me, your life changed forever.
Yeah, that sounded like Kim just fixed it all.
Came in.
Yeah, no. But yeah, and I developed into a man.
Yeah.
So in my 20s, I profoundly remember reading a book by Nate Robinson. He's an NBA player.
Right.
He's like 5'6", and he won the slam dunk competition. He wrote a book about his life, and he talked about how his uncle was there for him and pressed real bad memories about his childhood and helped fix him. And I remember breaking down, and all my childhood memories and traumas and adverse childhood experiences just cropped up. I won't go into it in this episode, but there's some really dark stuff that I think I was around as a child.
Right.
And the brain, with trauma, regresses the memories of stuff. And it's so clever that we are divinely made that when we have such extreme trauma, sometimes our brain forgets it so that we're able to live because the pain is that much. Right. But the body remembers the trauma. So when we see people have all sorts of experience and behaviours that come out, I won't mention them because some of them are a bit upsetting, but they can happen. Yeah. That's the body, because the body remembers, but the brain's locked it.
Wow.
So that's why therapy is really important. And so I was going to therapy to unlock my childhood pain, and it was so hard I couldn't unlock it. It was really tough. So this was the beginning of the start of my journey within Light in the Shadows, is self-discovery.
Yeah.
Realising there's mess in here, right in this heart, and it needs fixing. So yeah, that was that, and met my amazing wife, June 2015. I won't prescribe this as advice, but we got engaged within 6 months.
Wow. It's a good turnaround.
We didn't mess about, but we knew because we'd been through the fire, riffraff in the past, both of us, and learnt so much.
Yeah.
Got married December 2016, and yeah, we're happily married. We're still married, but this is where it really got tough. We've been trying for children for 7 years, and my life changed forever in the 3rd week of February 2020. We were both told individually we can't have kids. But we miraculously conceived in the December 19, but we tragically lost our baby the 3rd week of February 2020, and that messed me up bad.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. That was really tough.
Yeah.
Having what I said about my father.
Yeah.
And then me being going to be a dad and how passionate I am about that.
And that responsibility and nurturing your wife and being there as a rock kind of thing. And then this happens and it's out of your control. It's not even anything that you could have protected.
No. So that leaves you in a really tough position.
Yeah.
What do you do, right? When the most incredible thing is given to you and you have hope, you have excitement, and the miscarriage was brutal. I won't go into detail.
No. Yeah.
But I held my wife's hand when we went to the hospital, and I saw everything.
Yeah.
And that's a trauma, right?
Of course it is.
And, you know, I've healed from it, but it's something I can't erase. So that's another thing for your viewers is you may not ever be able to erase your past or your traumas, but if you put the work in, it's painful, you can get healing from it. But a lot of us it's good virtue is to self-preserve and protect from those pains and traumas. But if you don't go there, they'll stir up and they'll eat you.
It's like covering a dirty wound and then not cleaning it out and then putting the Band-Aid on and letting it heal. It's just going to get infected. Because
Bang on.
It's just, yeah.
So yeah, it was tough. And then 3 days, it gets worse, sadly. But as I say with the charity, it gets better.
It gets better,
So
yeah,
people are
definitely.
like, flipping out, this is
Yeah,
tough.
but this is raw and this is real and this is real life.
Well, a
So,
lot of men don't talk about infertility.
Yeah.
I don't see anything in the news. I don't see anything on social media. So I did a podcast, which I'll get to a bit, about this whole area of life, because I don't hear couples talking about miscarriages. It happens to 1 in 4 women
Right.
in their life. And we didn't know what to do. And then my dad calls me 3 days later, like crying, and he was born in 1949, so he's old school, never seen him upset.
Yeah.
He's crying on the phone, and he's saying, it's Liz, which is my stepsister. He's like, she's gone. And I'm like, what do you mean, Dad? What do you mean she's gone? Well, lo and behold, she went like MIA for a day. She's an NHS doctor, beautiful woman, 30 years old, and my dad found her. She took her own life in her flat. So then I was helping my dad and my stepmom as well as my wife.
Yeah.
So then,
and your own grief.
well, what
and
do
your
men
own-
do?
Yeah.
They bury it. I was conditioned, so I didn't give a monkeys about how I felt. I was like, oh, my wife, my dad, my stepmom. So, yeah, that was brutal.
And then did that all kind of go, "Ugh," like at any point? How did you?
That's a good question. I bottled it up so much that the pain became so great that I became numb in the end over a period of weeks and months, to the point where I wanted this pain to stop. And this is quite probably hard for viewers to hear, but I wanted to die because I saw that as the option to get rid of the pain. And, you know, like I said, I'm a man of God. I believe in God and everything, but David, Job, Elijah, Jonah, all these guys in the Bible, and many millions in the past and millions today, have struggled with these thoughts of suicide ideation.
Yeah.
And, man, I just had to dig in every day, just day at a time. I couldn't see a wood through the trees, and it was bad. It was tough, but I had this revelation of going, I call it the crossroads of life and death. I have to choose to live, or I'm going to die. Like,
That's what I said to you downstairs when I was talking about the health situation and giving up bad habits. Choose life.
we've all got
or
a
death.
choice.
Yeah.
We all got a choice. And, you know, we prescribe love, empathy, gentleness, vulnerability, but we always have a choice. And I had a choice. And you can become really unwell. This is the thing, is catching it early, because if you don't, these thoughts grow and they embed, and the roots, like we're talking about, dig deeper.
Yeah.
And the work and the help that's required is more, and it's more intense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I survived. I'm here.
Well, you're here, yeah.
And I am, I don't say this in a proud way.
Yeah.
I humbly say I am here to represent this hope
Definitely.
for people who are watching this, that
Yeah.
you can make it through.
Yeah.
You can. And look, even if you just survive your pain and suffering, because we're all guaranteed it in life, you don't have to set up a charity. You don't have to make a massive impact in the world. Sometimes surviving is an achievement, a damn good one.
Yeah. That's so true.
Yeah. So I don't want people to think today watching this, oh yeah, he's made it and look at him. And
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't that guy. All I did was set up a podcast up. We were forced into the lockdown. I couldn't do anything. I was waiting for a new job to start. So I went, right, what you're doing with this is amazing.
Thank you.
It's phenomenal, and it will grow.
Yeah.
And keep documenting this, because the journey is beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
Not the destination, the journey is
Yeah.
beautiful. And I thought, oh, no one will watch it.
Yeah.
No one will. But we're in the lockdown, so that helped. I had lads messaging me, Rory, keep doing what you're doing. And I was like, no way, like, people are benefiting from it. And yeah, it just grew more and more.
Can I just cut in as well with what you just said? I really appreciate your encouragement and stuff, because I birthed this out of a place of like confidence building and just a crisis state, and thought, you know what? I've had a lot of encouragement off friends. I'm going to just throw myself in and see what happens. And, you know, a couple of people have come on and they've left and they've said, you know, I really appreciated feeling safe and just talking and venting. And so, yeah, I just want to say thank you for that encouragement, because it is a journey and it is a process and it's difficult sometimes. And even watching myself back on the cameras and, you know, you judging yourself. And when we had a pre-chat before this and you said sometimes you look in the mirror, we can tell each other stuff that's edifying, but sometimes look at yourself and say, I can do this. I am beautiful. I am precious. And decree good things about yourself to start the day and things. So
I think in the generation that we live in as well, the very big technocratic age, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, we're operating it now, and it's an instantaneous generation. Everything's very like click now, this, that. Whereas, like, say, my childhood, it's tougher for the younger people today, I think. But, you know, you were taught through experience, delayed gratification, you know, graft. And I'm not saying young people don't know that, but it was easier for us and it was more widely available. Whereas today, I think people suffer more because of the environments that we're in, because when you're forced to wait, or you got to go through the fire, or you want to build something up from nothing and make a difference in the world, it's bloody hard. And, you know, doing all this, you start at zero.
Yeah.
Everyone's got the same opportunities. You start at zero, but have you got the discipline? Have you got the drive and the love and the passion?
And the faith to even try, and the hope to try.
And you're doing it, like you're putting yourself out there, and because you were ready. And when you're ready, and people watching, when you're ready to say, I don't like the way my life is, I struggle with this, you know, you can get help out there. Because you said to me earlier about, off camera, you said, there's not enough help with men's mental health. Yes, it can be better, but we are today in a society who have improved so much with awareness of ill mental health for men and women. It's come a long way.
So your charity is one, obviously, on social media. I'm on Facebook, and I'm more of a Facebook person.
It's because we're older.
I know, getting old. But, well, not getting old, I am old. But yeah, yours is one that stands out, I'd say. I've noticed yours quite a bit and what you're doing on social media.
It's probably because you pressed like once in the algorithm.
Maybe.
But thanks for the compliment.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely I can see what's going off with your organisation and charity. And yeah, I don't think I've noticed anything else. I mean, I know there's other stuff, but I've never really noted that what's going on for men's mental health.
I realised it was a podcast in 2020. I didn't have, and another thing I want to say to your viewers is, you're not going to have all the answers with changing your life or building something. You work out as you go along. You know, pick and extract information and help and support and get around people as much as you can. But it's down to you to work out and find the way. You know, I didn't know it was going to be a men's mental health charity. I didn't know we were going to specialise and niche in stopping men from taking their own life. I just thought I was going to create some sort of a community of blokes that could just think and speak freely. That was all I thought, or knew.
But you've saved lives along the journey.
Oh, mate. If I did it for one, you know, honestly, I promise you, I just said to myself, I do not want any man to feel how I felt, where you go, you see it as an option that you go, I want to die, I want to take my own life. Like, that's wild. That shouldn't happen.
No.
And then I thought, if it saves one, it'd be worth it.
Yeah.
And that's happened. But then my life is committed to this. Like, when I'm 80, I'll be out the way, hopefully, but I'm going to still be boots on the ground trying to help people to the day that I die, because it's changed my life forever. Yeah. It is in my heart so strong. We can't have the biggest killer of men under 45 in this country is suicide. It's totally preventable.
Yeah.
It's totally preventable. And our groups, along with amazing charities across the country and small community interest companies, Bottle Up Blokes are around Nottingham. They've got a great connection with Nottingham Forest.
Right.
We know them, they're great. In Sam's Name is another Nottinghamshire men's mental health group.
Okay.
And we big them up because we understand that they are great people out there that don't get the clout or the spotlight.
Yeah.
And the news channels want to talk about how bad things are. There's great people out there making a difference, and that's what we're about, is just doing our bit to help. And we're so blessed. We've grown exponentially in the last 2 years.
I just love the beauty of how it's organic. It comes from a really traumatic space, but then it's evolved into this beautiful blessing that's now impacting so many different people. And I can imagine it's not easy because obviously there's going to be lives that have been lost along this journey. But
well, I'll tell you a miracle. And
difference.
I'm not saying this with big head in any way, because I thought you're getting into this sphere of life. We're in a broken world where people are suffering and they have their choice. So I call it saviour complex. You can't control people and save them. You can love them, you can support them and show them so much care over a sustained period so that they have a revelation that I'm loved, I matter, I can make it. And then they fix themselves. But some people want to and I suffer with it in the early days where you're trying to save them and fix them. It's like, no, that's not your job.
Yeah.
They've got to have it for themselves. But some people won't believe this watching, but and I'm not being arrogant here, we have not lost one man on our watch.
Wow.
In 4 years, not one.
Well done.
And that I think.
Well, that's a testament to you and your team.
I think God's done that.
Definitely.
And people go, oh, there might not be a God. That's fine if they think that, but that is unbelievable.
Yeah. You spoke about your own heart and the change that took place in your heart, and I can hear the way that you're talking and the language that you're using. It's God. You can hear it in you, that God's worked in you, and you are then transferring that to others. You can hear it in how you're speaking.
Yeah.
And it's not a me, I. You definitely don't sound arrogant and you don't sound big-headed at all. And I think the significant thing about what you're saying is not knocking, organisations or what do you call them? Therapists, counsellors. I'm not knocking that. But it's about the longevity of building a positive relationship with people so that they're strong enough to then go on their own. Because you can get so far and then leave people and you actually leave them less intact than when you started.
This is a massive point. All right. We don't prescribe God.
Yeah.
We don't say in any way any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Because we're dealing with vulnerable people.
Yeah.
So we don't put it on people in any way. The reason why today I sit here in your chair, and I thank you for this. This is mint. Mm-hmm. This is Rory Green.
Yeah.
This isn't in Light in the Shadows.
Yeah, this is you.
My identity isn't in Light in the Shadows. But God saved my life. And God's given me this love, this powerful love to dispense to people. So the only way I ever do share that is if I have permission because they've asked me.
Definitely.
Through the relationship I've built, through love and care and trust. Yeah. Why do you do this?
Yeah.
Why do you love me? Why do you keep being there for me? And then I tell them that God loves me, He loves you, and that's it. There's no agenda. I don't say any more. That's it. But you mentioned him, but I want to mention this on camera, is this group would be nowhere without all the amazing people that have helped. I'll start with the team.
Definitely.
We've got 16 volunteers. No one's paid.
Wow.
There's no staff. It's all our money gets pumped into our office, our resources, our subscriptions, our equipment, posters, flyers, banners. We can't justify it as salary. It's too much money. So there's that. These guys freely give their time up.
Wow.
For the cause. And you go, well, yeah, it's an important cause. It's like, trust me, you'll know someone, whether they can give or not. It doesn't matter what area of life it is, whether it's suicide or cancer. And these people are amazing. They turn up to events, they give it. And I'm so grateful for that. They can't push forward and have more reach to help more men without them around me, to challenge me, to support me. And yeah, they're amazing. We've got 5 trustees. Even setting up as a charity, this is for viewers as well. There's not much information out there. I had to work it all out myself.
Yeah.
I'm always learning. There's no finished article here. I'm striving to make things better,
I love that. You're always learning. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's hard at times.
Yeah.
But it's great.
Of course it is, yeah.
And honestly, I'm so honoured. We've got partnerships, the community, we've got Stapleford Town Football Club, the fire station at Stapleford, they're amazing. We've gone in and helped them quite a bit. We've got something popping off in Notts Police in the future, which I can't say anymore at the minute.
Teaser, you'll have to come back.
Yeah, little tease one. But yeah, we, just for the viewers, if they've got blokes that are struggling in their life, you know, husbands, partners, dads, sons, cousins, uncles. We are based in Kirkby and Ashfield, but we're all over Notts. There's volunteers who come out and meet any fella for a coffee or come up to the office. Just let us know. We're on social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, X. We've got an email address. I'll say it for these guys. It's enlighten.sh and then the digit 1 at gmail.com, so they can pause that and replay it. But we've got different provisions that we said, right, what makes men tick?
Yeah.
Because the way things are currently, there's a whole scope of blokes that are not getting help. Why? Because they don't feel comfortable, most likely. So we've got a pub chat group at the Doghouse. We had it last night in Kirkby and Ashfield. It's 7 till 9, every last Monday of the month. You just come in as you are. There's no agenda. You know, you walk in, it's like you go into a pub with your mate. You walk in, and this pub opened up specially for us.
Oh,
it's
wow.
wonderful.
Yeah.
There's no slotties.
I might go in disguise as a man.
We've had women come in though, and that's because there's like a little thing on the door saying "Enlighten the Shadows, 7 till 9 p.m." and people come in and it's like this awkward like, oh, do we tell them? Because we love women and they're our greatest fan, and 25% of suicides are women. And that's taboo in itself because women attempt just as much as men.
I was going to go down that.
Yeah, so it's tricky. So we go, oh, it's a men's, and one time we let one stay, and all the lads were all right with it. But we usually get about 10, 20 lads in there every time. Yeah. Men have directly been saved from suicide from that group. And here's another thing I want to say. We've risk assessed it, but we allow alcohol. Now people go, oh, you can't do that, you're a mental health group. Yeah, we can. Because there's men that if they can just come into an environment where they can have a pint, honestly, they feel more relaxed. Even Siri would.
Siri's agreeing with you.
So yeah, that group's amazing, but we call it Sean's group because there's a local lad, Sean Link, who passed from suicide. So we wanted to do it in his legacy so that now that he's gone, we didn't want the family to forget about him. And his family have been amazing. They've helped raise thousands of pounds for us. We wouldn't be in our office if it weren't for the Link family and friends. Wow. And Lee Anderson, the MP, connecting us to help them through the grief. Yeah. There's just so many people, as you can hear, that are involved.
Yeah, there's so much to it, honestly.
Mansfield Town Community Trust Football Club, they have a football group with us every week. Yeah. That's saved men.
I love the fact that they can go in and get a pint, just to go back to that bit.
Yeah,
because, sorry. I know. Because, you know, sometimes when there's so many rules and regulation. When there's so many rules and regulations, it can sometimes feel stifling. And I love that it's organic. Come on in, grab a pint, grab an orange juice, whatever. Just sit down and then get on to business. Because it just sets the tone, doesn't it?
We need risk assessments,
but it sets kind of a chilled environment just to talk and...
There you go.
Yeah.
And for viewers' discretion as well, because there might be professionals watching this thinking, oh, these are cowboys. Well, what we do as well, if there's a lad who's clearly starting to tonk them back, we don't make a big deal, we don't make a scene, we just gently, calmly go over and say, hey, up, mate, should go in beer garden and have a chat. What's going on? That's it. So he's dignified, but then it's also safeguarded so that
But you wouldn't put yourself in that situation in the first place if you didn't know roughly the guys that you were kind of.
And we've had it. We've had
2
things that I think in my memory stand out, and it was contained, it was safe.
Yeah.
He stopped drinking, it was on his terms, there was no scene, and they were helped. So, yeah.
Yeah. And there may well be professional bodies watching, but, you know, it goes back to, for me, I know there's PC stuff, but being spirit-led, you're a mature man. You're allowing the Lord to work through you and lead you as well to what you know is right and wrong, and just allowing that to organically form between you and the relationship with the person that you're talking to. And I feel like charities and organisations are fantastic, but if you don't have the right heart posture to deal with people, it's just not going to be fruitful.
Well, again, this is not a criticism of charities, but here's an observation, right? I observe that in many charities, there's CEOs who are on 100 grand plus, right?
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
There are many wonderful people who work in the NHS, work in charities, their heart is right, they go into it with the right heart, and then they're employed, so they're paid a salary. And this happened to me in the past as well, with work and certain jobs. And then you get comfortable, and then you're not doing it out of the privilege and honour. So what's quite raw still for us, and I want to kind of protect and grow into carefully, is when you are then paid to do something, it then becomes a bit of an obligation.
Yeah.
So you've got to keep checking yourself, your heart.
Yeah.
You know, because you start complaining, and it becomes a bit laborious and a task.
Yeah.
Whereas ours is like, no, you don't have to do it. You get to do it. You choose to do it. And so, yeah, I do see that and go, I don't want us to be like them.
No.
We're not against them.
No.
I just want to be
not
different
a judgment.
to them.
It's an observation. And it's definitely not a judgment. It's just great to have something organic that came from somewhere, because you can tell that you've got a pure mind and heart to
Try
serve.
to be, all the time.
And you also said you check yourself.
Oh, big time.
Because you're constantly holding yourself accountable, which is a good thing.
Got to.
Definitely.
We're dealing with people's lives.
Right.
And people's donations. It's wild, like how we're growing and becoming better, even like policy making, like, you know, at work you sign policies and read them, but they are so important. Like our safeguarding policy used to be a page or two. Now I'm making it and it's like 18 pages currently. So just things like that are important too. You know, so we're always growing, and it's important to protect the people we're looking after, and ourselves as well.
Yeah. So what was I going to ask you? There was one query about like women's suicide rates, if you have any knowledge on that, and then maybe to round off, if you just gave like the men audience some words of encouragement or something that you feel led to say to round off the chat that we're having.
Yeah, thank you. Obviously, I've shared earlier with my late stepsister Alicia. There's a big focus on mental health across the nation, so that's going really well. I personally think women are actually, in the last few years, pushed aside slightly. And I get it, because like I said earlier, 75% of suicides are men, so 25% roughly in the UK are women. With that, the focus then becomes on men a little bit more. But, like I said, the taboo is women attempt just as much as men. Now, we can all speculate and try and pick brains and do meta-analysis and papers and journals on that, but I personally think it's down to men are naturally more risk-taking, just the way we're wired, give or take. And I think, as brutal as this sounds, a suicide is a very ballsy, I shouldn't say that word, brave thing to do. And so when men are going to do it, it's like usually brutal form, like, you know, ligatures or, you know, in front of vehicles or whatever.
Right.
And I don't say that flippantly.
No.
And it's tough to say, but we have to be honest. These are things that happen. Whereas what's more common in women is that they attempt through pharmaceuticals, which the variables involved are more complex. So you've got body size, body mass, how your body responds to different pharmaceuticals, their current state that they're in, are they near anyone that can get them? Usually men go to isolate. They do it in pure isolation so they won't be found. They'll, you know, I won't go too much into it, but I plead them. I plead you to stay, mate. You've heard my story today, and you may not think that I know how it feels for you, and your experience is different to mine, and that's valid. But you do matter, and I'm asking you to stay. Just today has been hard. Whatever's been popping off last week, or the things that you've been exposed to or experienced. But know this: since thousands of years of people, you are not the first person that this has happened to, and you can make it through. There are men on our group and across the country on different support platforms who are suffering at the moment, and they will bravely help you. And you'll be surprised that if you're around people who are similarly struggling, you too will find yourself reaching out and helping others as well. So I'm asking you, brother, stay, get connected with our group, and we've got a private chat group on Facebook. It's like 800 blokes, and it is wonderful. Like, they're all helping and getting amongst it. It's not all facilitator led like us boys. It's everyone helping out. And there are some amazing guys who are suffering, but they are trying, like I'm sure you are. And sometimes dark days are there, and you see there's no way out, but there is light at the end of the tunnel, and you can make it through. So please stay, and you'll be very surprised by how things will turn around and how life can get better, and it will if you choose to stay. So yeah, I beg you, just stick about, all right? So that's me for you.
Wow, well done. That's beautiful.
Anytime, mate.
Thank you so much. Wow, there's loads to like digest and process, and I feel, I'm really, really grateful for you to come on, and it's been nice catching up with you before this and obviously now.
Yeah, thank you.
So please reach out to Rory on Facebook and Enlighten the Shadows, and I'm sure somebody would love to catch up with you and just connect, if you need to. And anybody that wants to volunteer, ladies, come on, get involved if you can. So thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Kim.